double the workload, make it a little bit harder to navigate at times. But I believe it's the same work, and the backing from Peaceful Schools will allow me to get the work done. And when I say that is they have pieces in place already. Their managers, their frontline enrichment educators that would, I believe, help me assist in planning the family engagement.
Because these frontline folks, the educators, know the students well.
Know the students well, yes. At times, maybe a couple times a year, making phone calls to parents already because, they're working with their child in the classroom setting. So I do foresee it like it could be difficult at times, but I believe I have really good help to navigate that path and make it easier. So now what I'm doing for Peaceful School is just setting the stage and talking with staff how we're going to be engaging family and what needs to be done to make the event successful. Whereas for Building Men, it's kind of having the conversation with myself. I don't have anybody else to help me navigate that. So I'm talking to Laura and Joe. Kind of got an idea. Yep, good idea. Let's go do it. And then so it's me through this whole entire planning process, putting on these different events. So I see it with Peaceful Schools having more assistance in being able to plan that event. Okay,
so there are events where you get people. Who shows up at these events?
So
theoretically,
parents of the children of Building Men. Right now, I'm only doing events for Building Men. So right now, it's parents of Building Men children.
Okay. So existing parents that Building Men already had contact with.
So up to this point in his program in 12 years, he's never had contact with parents. It's always just been the boys, right? And the most contact that he's getting, so it was something that they were being able to identify on a director's level and above. Hey, you got this great program. When kids are in your program, their grades are going up 5% overall, right? Their behavior is getting better. But what's your parent involvement? And that was kind of like that. I'll get back to you on that, right? And that's where I believe that Peaceful Schools and Building Men came together and shared in that vision of.
Got it. Because Peaceful Schools already has experience with a more holistic way of working.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah. So it just seemed like it was a good fit.
All right. I'm just watching the time. Let's see.
Yeah.
Good. Oh no, that's my battery life. Good. Different. 10:27. We got 13 minutes, I think.
Wonderful.
Okay. All right. So how's it working? 10. This is like 0 to 10 thing. Okay. So 10 is like the most amazing productivity level, staff, and personal experience you can imagine could ever possibly be, and 0 is like. Everybody shuts the door in your face, everybody's quitting, and you're sending your resume out already to different companies. So how's it going?
I'd say 8.5.
Okay.
Right? Like 7.5, 8.5.
Yeah.
You're building something from scratch.
Yeah.
The part I really love is being respected enough to build this with not the multi-managing going on above me. Hey, we want your vision out, or we want you to do this work, but we want it done this way.
Right.
So, feeling respected and empowered to build this work out, 100% is there. 8.5. Why is it 8.5? Because we're starting from ground work, right? So there's nothing really to go off of right now.
Right.
Some days it's just reading like best practice. What other people are doing.
Yeah.
Reading books on family engagement, and last week parent as a coach, right? So you heard me kind of talk on some of those terms.
Yeah.
But it's educating myself on this field, and being able to come to the table with different ideas and present them to Laura and Joe, kind of getting the okay. And, yeah, all right,
and
let's
then
go.
rolling. Okay, in the schools, who are your main contacts?
In the school, so right now we have we're in 8 middle schools. 4 of the middle schools are up and running in their after school program right now. So I am in contact with them to see how many boys they have.
When you say them, is it the principal, the social worker?
Oh, okay. On those, I'm talking the people, the coordinators that are in charge of the daily activities of Building Men. So the after school component.
Oh, so in all of the 8 schools, Building Men already has people in place.
Yes.
Oh.
So they have people in place teaching this, running the after school program, running the enrichment during the day. So I'm checking in with them, just kind of seeing where they're at, touching base with them. In the schools, I'm touching base with principals, letting them know what I'm doing, what I'm trying to engage, because these are the same numbers that they can use as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As parent engagement going on in their school.
Sure. Yeah.
So they're excited as well.
And it doesn't come out of their budget either.
At all.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, they're like, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, you want the space? Absolutely, you know?
Yeah.
So that's a pretty easy.
Okay, good. And what about your contact with other people here at Peaceful Schools? Who do you mostly interact with and how much?
On the daily, I would say the director's team. So you got Danny Bryan.
Which director?
I say director's team, but I'm talking about the vice president of the companies, Danny Ryan and Dave Reckes.
Okay.
Laura, I see Laura every day. Joe Horan, I'm in conversation with him throughout the day, whether it be text or...
But Horan is Building Men, not
right, and
schools.
he is set up, and Joe Horan is Building Men, right? But he was also a PE teacher in the district for the last 25 years.
Okay.
Was still employed by the district even last year while he's still running Building Men.
Okay. But in terms of the other people at Peaceful Schools, it's basically Joe, Danny, Laura.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Kelsey Deo, she runs the enrichment for Peaceful Schools.
Okay.
Logan, he's the office manager here. So those are my supports.
Logan, the tall, thin guy who opened the door for me?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, thin guy. There's only 3 guys here. He's the thinnest. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now, in all of this, how does LPI fit in? Were you there for the original training that this thing was rolled out in?
Yeah.
Okay. And where do you see opportunity to use any of this? How much is it really part of what you do consciously? How much is it just kind of in your bones?
Right. So I think I take a look at it. I think it leads to some best practice, right? Some best practice with interaction and leadership level stuff. I just to be honest, I haven't had to use that too much yet.
Okay. And if I sat down and asked you like one of those things that they typically ask you in school, like name the 5 leadership.
Oh yeah. I'd be like, let me go get my binder and I'll tell you in 3 seconds, right?
Exactly.
So I'm not there yet.
Okay.
It's not built out for me yet.
Yeah.
To be looking over other people, right? Or so right now I'm using that as best practice, right? Or sometimes maybe I'm going into a meeting and I'm asking somebody who's in a leadership position or something like that. It's like I said, just best practice.
Best practice for kind of like whatever comes out of your mouth. Is that it? Or and what to do and what not to do, or best practice specifically targeted to a certain group of people?
I think I've used that as best practice being in a position of leadership. Myself and how that looks to the outside.